live here courtside at FedEx Forum alongside John Roser, and we're getting you ready for Thanksgiving. The holidays coming up. We're not wearing a sash and a thing because we're cold. It's scarf night tonight here. Scarf?
Yeah.
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 So
sound scarf.
They're giving out
Perfect.
sound scarf. The first 3,000 fans to get here. So get here if you're not to get your sound scarf. The Grizzlies are getting ready to take on the Detroit Pistons, coming in here at 8-11. The Grizzlies are 11-7, have won 3 in a row, and the Grizzlies to take on this Pistons team that just got a win in Toronto the other night on a last-second shot from Jaden Ivey, but it's going to be without Cade Cunningham tonight. It looks like they're probably their best all-around player.
Yeah, Cunningham has been fantastic this season, and you really have seen under the head coaching of J.B. Bickerstaff, former Grizzlies head coach. You saw what he brought to Cleveland.
Yeah.
And you're seeing what he's bringing to Detroit. Detroit's a mess last season.
Yeah.
They really were. I mean, they were like 3-27 through their first 30 games or whatever it was. And you look at them this year, and you do start to see some semblance of balance and some culture being built there. Tough for them not having Cade Cunningham, a sprained SI joint. He's missed a couple games with that. It's
Sports Illustrated joint?
Watch this. Sacroiliac. Yeah. Google it. You'll know what's up.
I knew that was coming.
Google it.
Google it.
And you'll know what's up. Jaden Ivey, though, been fantastic. Been fantastic. Kind of got buried a little bit last year. Has bounced back big time this year. 18 points a game. He's shooting 37% from 3.
Yeah, and for the Grizzlies tonight, no John Morant. He played 2 nights ago. Had the great game with all the highlights and everything else against the Blazers. Woke up the next day. Taylor Jenkins said pregame tonight. He woke up the next day, little knee soreness, so he's going to be out tonight. They don't think it's something that's going to linger on as the season goes along, but he is out for the night and probably hopefully be back Friday night or Friday when the Grizzlies play the Pelicans, or Sunday when the Grizzlies host the Pacers here. But that means without John Morant, we get to see a lot more Scotty Pippen Jr., who has been fantastic this season. Yeah,
Pippen Jr. has been fantastic. You know, he came off that career-high night in Chicago and then followed it up and only played 14 minutes because Ja's back and guys are starting to get healthy, and you're seeing the crunch in the rotation and what it causes. It's how many guys can you play when you only have 48 minutes, and that was with John Marcus Smart back. Just what happens when they have all their guys back. You're seeing that crunch. But Scotty Pippen Jr. going to play and probably going to get a lot of minutes tonight. And as you said, he's been fantastic.
Well, the one guy who has been pretty consistent for this Grizzlies team has been Jaren Jackson Jr., who game after game just figures out how to get to the rim. Playing with the lowest foul rate of his career, has been one of the best at the 5 this season. Although he's not, even when they say he's at the 5, he's usually out there with Brandon Clark or somebody else who's technically at the 5. Jaren's been incredible this year. We have a tweet here from someone who posted about Jaren's stats, the lowest foul rate of his career, at center, all this stuff. What have you seen from Jaren this year, John, that kind of is different than what we've seen in the past? You know,
I do think you're right on the center thing. Like sometimes he maybe listed the center, but he's not really playing center. But I will say one thing for his offensive game. He is strong enough now that he can take it to centers. He can go right at them. He can give them a shoulder, and he can finish. We saw in that Lakers game, although the Grizzlies lost it, he got in foul trouble there, and that kind of allowed the Lakers to really get back in it and get the win. But that third quarter of that Lakers game, Anthony Davis is on the court, LeBron James is on the court. He's going right at Anthony Davis. And Jaren Jackson Jr. was the best player on the court in that third quarter of that.
9 different players score 100-plus points this season, the highest of any team in the league. So it comes from a lot of different places, comes from a lot of different players. On any given night, you don't really know who it's going to be. It might be Santi with 17 rebounds like the other night, or it might be Scottie Pippen with 30 points. Every night it's someone else. So tonight, I guess we're going to have to wait and see. We're going to take a break now, and we're going to come back in a second. Jessica Metson's going to join us. Candace Stewart's going to join us, and then Roser's going to be back here to talk around the NBA and some other Grizzlies stuff. We're watching the warm-up show here on Grind City Media.
From what I've seen this year so far, I think you're probably going to get a Southern Jackson SWAC championship.
Get all of your HBCU sports and culture news by tuning in to HBCU Huddle with CJ Hurt and Mike Wallace. New episodes drop every Thursday on grindcitymedia.com, YouTube, and Spotify.
D'Anthony Melton took my little guys, to the ice cream stand. He was like, I'm going to get ice cream. You want to go with? So he took my little guys to the ice cream stand. So, guess who their favorite player is now? John Morant. But outside of that, D'Anthony Melton's pretty high up on the list. How about this? We got youth small D'Anthony Melton jerseys at our house right now. Love D'Anthony Melton. That was a fun night.
It was a fun night, man.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the warm-up show here at FedEx Forum. The Grizzlies about to take on the Detroit Pistons tonight. It's a Wednesday night. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving. I hope you have cleared your refrigerator out.
Oh, no, it is?
Held space for your turkey.
I had to do that today.
Well, I had to bring one of my favorite turkeys on now, Jessica Benson.
Thank you so much.
Sorry. Host of the Jessica Benson Show here on Grind City Media. You cleared space out for your turkey?
Yeah, the turkey was delivered at like 2, and I looked in my fridge and I said, oh no, this is a disaster. Yes. But we're good. Everything's in. I cleared it all out.
Okay, yeah.
I took the sparkling beverages out of the fridge, so we can just chill those later.
That'll be fine. Put them on ice.
Exactly.
Jessica always joins us at this time of the show to discuss tonight's main character. As you sat down, you said, I haven't figured out who it should be. Have you figured it out yet?
I figured it out.
All right, who is it?
Scotty Pippen Jr.
I think so.
Scotty Pippen Jr., who played only 14 minutes on Monday, but that was coming off of his 30-point performance in Chicago over the weekend. And with no John Morant tonight as he deals with a knee contusion, Scotty will again be elevated in minutes. And I think it's interesting to see how that bounce back occurs. Now, he's used to this at this point. Ja has been in and out of the lineup this season. But the drastic nature of going from having the biggest game of your career in the building where your father played to playing 14 minutes to now being asked back into the starting lineup, I think will be interesting.
But I think he's also, look, he's at the point of his career where he's been around a little bit. He's kind of been on the fringes of it. And now all of a sudden he's part of a rotation of a team. And it's not like he's stuck behind a guy that he's thinking like, oh, I'm better than this. It's John Morant. Like, Scotty Pippen understands there's a reason that Ja's playing these minutes, and also the Grizzlies won, So I think Scotty Pippen looks at it as like, all right, well, I get my chance every once in a while, and tonight's your chance. So I think to your point, let's see what we get out of him tonight. We know what he's capable of. And the other thing I think that changes with Scotty Pippen a little bit, Taylor Jenkins mentioned, like with Ja the other night, he was like, we're still talking to him about point of attack defense, changing things that way. When Scotty's out there, it becomes more of a defense first effort from this team.
Yes, and that's something that I think will challenge the Pistons, especially given that they are likely without Cade Cunningham tonight, and their offense has struggled to find a lot of consistency without Cade Cunningham running the show. So if you can get that disruption early, I think the Grizzlies are in a good position to take advantage of an undermanned Pistons squad.
So what else did you get for Thanksgiving?
We got a candy jam casserole.
Ooh.
I know, it's interesting. I'm a little nervous about it.
Or is that
no, it's a side.
Okay.
We got mac and cheese. I make a green bean casserole. I'm mean
with bacon
off the can. With bacon?
Yeah.
No, but I could.
It's a good little flex.
Some dressing.
Yep.
Rolls, mac and cheese.
That's a lot,
and a chocolate meringue pie.
You have your in-laws here, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to impress. I didn't cook. I ordered it.
What's more impressive? Ordering like a huge spread or cooking a mediocre spread?
I think ordering a spread, but I think my mother-in-law would be impressed if I ever turned the oven on.
It shows your financial wherewithal. Like, what's impressive about
It's true. One of the very first, this is the world I grew up in, because mom's not a cook. We would always order something from the local grocery store in Colorado where I grew up. And I remember when I first started dating my now husband, we had a group Thanksgiving. We were in charge. And that's when my mother-in-law learned I can't cook. It's fine.
It's okay.
We're going to watch the Grizzlies cook.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's get a fourth straight
cook
win.
Some turkeys tonight. You're going to stuff some turkeys. I do think
How
tonight,
many Thanksgiving references can you make?
I do think we're going to see the return of the Undertaker Grizz tonight, because that's the Thanksgiving tradition.
That's true.
Of Grizz coming out like the Undertaker and sacrificing a turkey. So hopefully
should be fun in the arena.
Yeah.
Listen, we're here all week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday.
Is that because of like a comedy show? Like the way you said that, is like we're here all week.
We're here all week. week.
Try the roast beef. All right, this is Jessica Benson.
Here all week.
I'm with you on the radio tonight.
True.
Jessica and Eric Hasseltine will be at 92.9 tonight on
Correct.
ESPN 92.9. We'll be on the radio tonight, so tune into that. We're going to take a quick break. You can watch this video from Grind City Media today, talking about how good the Memphis Tigers have looked. Don't worry about how they played today.
Ignore
Watch
this
this, and then we'll be right back here on the warm-up show.
Big Bet Bennett, do you have Tiger fever? Tyrese Hunter continues to look excellent. That backcourt might be one of the best in the country.
Buddy, I have a Tiger illness. I am fired up. That was awesome. I mean, dude, it sets up so like Penny Hardaway just beat two of the best coaches in college basketball, maybe in the history of the game, to get to this time.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
There are only 6 people in Division I college basketball who have won national championships. Only 6 active coaches who have won national championships are still coaching in this moment in the sport of college basketball. And Penny Hardaway has spent the past couple of days smacking 2 of them around.
Welcome back to the warm-up show here on Grind City Media. I'm joined now by my friend Candace Stewart. She is our. Let me fix your microphone.
Oh no.
You're
Okay.
good.
Oh,
She's Grizzlies Vice President of External Affairs and Business Operations. Did I get that right?
Yeah.
I
you
kind of
did.
think of you as the Vice President of Good Times.
I'll take that.
Vibes, good
I'll
vibes.
take that. Yeah.
Been working here. I've been here 7 seasons now, and you've
Oh,
been
wow.
here the whole time, I think. So,
yeah.
So, got to know you pretty well. You are here because this Saturday the Grizzlies are hosting Grizz Shop Local, which is the 5th consecutive year. Is that
Yes.
correct?
Yeah.
Tell us about this event. What's this event, and why should people come out Saturday morning?
Yeah, thanks for having me. Grizz Shop Local is our annual event for Small Business Saturday. So we'll be here this Saturday from 10 to 1, celebrating Small Business Saturday by opening the doors of FedEx Forum and inviting all of these amazing small businesses in, as well as Grizz Nation. We want our fans to come out and shop with these small businesses and support them. They're all locally owned small
That's cool.
businesses, and so we're really excited to have them here this weekend.
And what kind of business? So it's everything from like clothes to what else?
Yeah, so there's home goods. We got some spices, candles, skincare, just a lot of different things. So if you're looking to do some
This sounds like
shopping
the
for your
Candace
kids'
Stewart
teachers,
starter kit.
Oh yeah. I leave with plenty of bags.
Okay.
So yeah.
So we've been doing this 5 years now. And Friday is Black Friday.
Friday's Black Friday.
Saturday is something.
Small Business Saturday.
Business Saturday.
Yeah.
So this is a great way for people, especially here in the Memphis area. Maybe you go out Friday, find a couple things. Saturday, come out.
Yeah.
And get your stuff. So it starts at 10 a.m.
Starts at 10 a.m.
Goes to 1 p.m.
Yes.
You can park here. I
Yep,
assume?
parking free. We have a kids zone, so lots of fun for the kiddos. We also have a food truck that'll be outside Taco and Ghana's.
Nice.
For those Taco and Ghana's fans, they'll be outside on the plaza. So it'll be a good time. We have a DJ, Mike T will be in the building.
Okay.
The best hype man in the NBA, shout out to Brandon, he'll be there. So it'll be a good time.
Was this that hard?
Huh?
Was this that hard?
It wasn't that hard.
Okay.
It was.
I told Candace, I promise.
But I won't have to do this again. Though.
Oh, come on. We want you to come back. This is great. I want you to come back out here and talk with us about.
It's always easier to talk to you, Lang.
Yeah, I know, but this is it's more fun doing it on camera because then we get paid for it.
Yeah. I also have to be very thoughtful about the way that I say the things that I say.
This isn't like your Facebook post, Candace.
No.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us. People come out Saturday to see to come. Grizz Shop Local, come spend some money with all these local vendors and do a little good for the community, help us all out. We're going to take a break. We're going to be right back here with John Roser. You're watching the warm-up show here on Grind City Media.
Thanks.
Looking for unique gifts and the spirit of Memphis? The Memphis Grizzlies are hosting Grizz Shop Local in the grand lobby of FedEx Forum. On November 30th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., discover a curated collection of Memphis and Mid-South small businesses all in one place. From handmade art to delicious treats, you can find something special for the holidays while supporting the heart of our community. Come join us on November 30th and support Memphis by shopping local.
Now every time you go to Miami, you can go see, like, that's a statue of me there.
No, I don't look nothing like that thing, man. Look, I'm sorry.
I would have been offended.
Look at that. That is UTA.
Oh, my God.
That is Cody.
Oh, look. Hey, y'all got to get that screenshot, man. Put that on the.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Welcome back to the warm-up show here on Grind City Media. I'm Lang Whitaker, joined again by John Roser, and we're sitting here courtside at FedEx Forum as the Grizzlies get ready to take on the Detroit Pistons. Hopefully we can smoke these turkeys.
You just call the Pistons turkeys?
Sure. Yeah.
All right. Real quick, a shout out to Candace Stewart.
She's the best.
Candace, one of the many amazing people we have who works behind the scenes here at the Grizzlies to make a lot of things you see happen in the community that the organization does for the community.
Candace is awesome. And I asked her to come on here and talk about Grizz Shop Local, and she was like, I'm not really an on-camera.
When she wanted you to talk about it, she meant have somebody else. It totally backfired on her.
Candace, you got to do this.
Yeah.
And she was awesome. She's great.
Candace is a rock star.
Yeah, she's the best. Saturday, go out to Grizz Shop Local. Like we always do at this time, we go around the NBA on this show and talk about things happening around the league. I thought we should start with the Denver Nuggets. You and I were sitting up there the other night watching the game, and you were like, good grief, the Knicks have 70-something points at halftime against the Nuggets.
Yeah.
Well, they ended up losing that game 145 to 118. And Coach Mike Malone, after the game, said he was asked if this is something you should just flush it away and not think about it. He said, F that, man. No, we're not flushing. You don't flush when you get embarrassed. You don't flush when you give up 145 points. You don't flush when you didn't play hard, didn't play with effort, physically. I'm not flushing anything. The Nuggets have gotten off to a tough start this year, have not looked like a championship caliber team. What do we make of this? Are we worried about the Nuggets?
No, I think
they lost KCP.
Jamal Murray. Look, I don't know if they're going to be a title contender. It's going to depend on how these young players come along.
But shouldn't they be?
Strother, Peyton Watson. Well, that's part of the beef. Is Christian Brown? That's part of the issue. Is that Mike Malone clearly he wanted those veteran players to stay. The organization said no, we cannot afford to do that. Yeah. Here are the young players. We're going to get rid of the other guys. We're going to force you to play these guys. So it's going to depend on their development. Jamal Murray hinted after that game too as well that some of the guys stayed a little too longer in LA afterwards and had after that weekend win over the Lakers, maybe played a little. They had a little fun there in LA.
Jokic missed a couple games here because his family grew, so he missed a couple games here. Mike Malone missed one of the games here. They had the 2 games here, and there was a couple days off in between. And Jamal Murray went to New York for the UFC thing. So it seems like these guys are maybe it's just this part of the season, this is we got to get into this, but it feels like this team has some growing to do, and maybe it hasn't happened yet. Maybe it won't happen.
Look, Jamal Murray left and went to a UFC. Let's not forget that back in 1998, last dance, he's Dennis Rodman just disappeared for 2 months of the season. It was on WCW Nitro. So
during the playoffs.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So things, things could be worse.
It's all relative. Here's another clip the other night. We talked about on the show Monday night, Fred VanVleet got fined $50,000 for pointing at a referee's face. I guess people are getting fed up with the refs right now. Mike Brown, coach of the Sacramento Kings, got into it the other night with the referee, got upset about a no call, and let his feelings be known pretty clearly here. And watch him go after him. Got teed up. When the players have to step in, that's when the guy might have lost it a little bit.
That's
got fined today for this.
Yeah, I believe that's Josh Tiven. I don't know. Is that a foul?
I don't know.
I'm one of those that's doesn't call fouls though. I'm one of those
that's not Josh Tiven. I don't know who that is, but
that's Josh Tiven.
Sure.
I'm pretty sure that's Josh Tiven.
Either way, I think we're at the point of the season where players and coaches we've been doing it for a month now, a month and a half. Everybody's kind of all right. Everybody's a little fed up.
Yeah. This always happens to start the season.
Yeah.
Look, there's been several times I've seen calls made, and I'm like, I can't believe the coach didn't do worse.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things. I've seen Dan Hurley the last couple of days at the Maui Invitational. Do way worse than what Mike Brown did. So. Yeah, because there's always, when the league starts every year, there's always these points of emphasis of things they're going to call and things they're looking for. And so then after about a month, 2 months, it all kind of goes away and starts to settle down. And maybe we're at that point where the coaches are ready for it to settle down. And the referees are not, or vice versa.
I think there's also some frustration for Mike Brown because the Kings have had a lot of injury issues this year. I saw today they were linked to Jay Crowder possibly as a signing. Just they need bodies at this point, and he's a eligible body right there. Another thing I thought was interesting, and I brought this up because I know you're such a big LeBron James fan. Miami Heat GM Pat Riley came out in an interview. We can actually just roll this clip if you want to see the clip. Pat Riley talks about this this thought he had about the Heat and the LeBron era.
At me, but it hurt me that we couldn't keep that team together because I think it was a 5 or 6 championship team. I really do. If we could have kept them all together and stay healthy from that standpoint. But the nature of the game is what it is.
So he says if they stay healthy, they should have won 5 or 6 championships.
Yeah, I mean, LeBron did that when they introduced him to the whole arena. He was like, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6. Well, yeah, but you didn't. I think what happened, the Spurs beat them so bad that the Spurs should have beaten them the year before if it wasn't for the Ray Allen, corner 3. And then the Spurs came back that next year, and the Spurs beat them so bad in that series, 4-1, and it just, the 4 wins were like, the Heat weren't even close. Like, they were not close in it. Kawhi Leonard was Finals MVP in that one. That LeBron looked around and was like, okay, Wade looks older. Bosh isn't looking the same. I'm going to pretend that I just want to go back home when in reality they have Kyrie Irving and they have the #1 pick that they can trade and get Kevin Love. So he went back to Cleveland.
Yeah.
They might have. Who knows? They might have won more than that.
They got 2 in the 4-year span. I mean,
they did. They got 2 in the 4-year span.
It's good. But when Ray Allen hit the corner 3-pointer, I was at that game.
You were at that. Where were you sitting?
Upper deck. They had the media seats in the upper deck. I was like on the 2nd row next to my guy Sekou Smith. We were sitting there. And I swear, when that shot went in, it felt like the whole building vibrated.
I believe that.
It was unbelievable. Just the people, like, because the Heat had been coming back. And then when he shot that, you knew, like, not only were they going to win the game in overtime, they were going to win the finals.
That's the biggest shot you've been in person for? Yeah, the Ray Allen shot.
That was incredible. And he was running backwards, like he drained, like, oh my gosh, how does this go in?
Yeah.
Speaking of big shots, tonight, the Grizzlies got a big shot. Is that a good transition? Against the Detroit Pistons. I asked Jessica earlier her main character, like who's she looking for tonight, and she said Scotty Pippen Jr. Coming off the 30-point game in Chicago, playing 14 minutes, now going to be asked to start again without John Morant. Is there a matchup that you're looking at tonight that you want to see the Grizzlies take advantage of?
I mean, I'd like to see Desmond Bane. They do have new guys on this roster, this Pistons team does, but Desmond Bane scored 49 against them last year in the first meeting of the season between these two teams. And he's had that one game against not Philadelphia, the one game against the Sixers where Des was great. Other than that, Des has not shot the ball well. He's shooting a career low from 3. Last year was his lowest percentage for his career from 3, and it was 38%, which is still great. Every other year he's been above 40. He's below 36% this year. So I think Desmond Bane, I think this could be we're waiting for a get-right game.
We need a breakout game.
Yeah, we need another breakout game.
Taylor Jenkins said before the game that this has been for Dez. He was out for that extended period. He used the phrase shaking off rust.
Yeah.
He was like, he said he's getting there. He's rounding into form tonight. So it makes me think maybe Taylor's seen something in, whatever, in practice, on film, whatever, that Dez is close. I thought playing with Ja was going to kind of open things up for Dez again, where he doesn't have to create as much and be on the ball as much. But he only got one game of that, and now it's right back to what it was before.
I think that's what they haven't gotten to have all 3 of those guys together, of Ja, Dez, and Jaren. The great thing from the Ja lob to Jaren was amazing because we have not, even when those two have played together, we have not seen a lot of 2-man game stuff from them. And if they can find that, I mean, that is a lethal 2-man group in the NBA.
There was like 4 plays in a row where Ja like force-fed Jared, who was like, all right, man, you go. I think the Grizzlies, that's something we can turn to tonight. If you need a bucket, you don't call 12, you call 13 for now.
Absolutely.
So we'll see what happens tonight. The Grizzlies are about to take on the Detroit Pistons here at FedEx Forum. You can still get down here, get tickets. You're here for the holidays, or come out Friday. The Grizzlies are hosting the Pelicans. Early start, 4 o'clock on Friday here at FedEx Forum. If you're going to watch the game tonight, you flip over now to FanDuel Sports Network to watch Grizzlies Live with Fish, with Pete, with Brevin, with Chris. You can turn over to ESPN 92.9 right now with me, with Jessica Benson, with Bennett, with Eric Hasseltine, and then stick around after the game for our Grizzlies Live post-game show, the Grind City Rewind, all that stuff. And then we got a game time. Most importantly, enjoy your Thanksgiving.
Absolutely. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there.
Roser loves Thanksgiving.
Who doesn't?
Everybody.
Yeah.
Roser loves everybody.
Who doesn't love Thanksgiving?
We all love it.
I look forward to the sides more than the turkey. I don't
What's
really
your
care
favorite
about the turkey. Green bean casserole.
With bacon or without?
Either. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
I've had it both. I love green bean casserole. I do. Love green bean casserole. And then I'm eating pie afterwards. You got a pie, as long as it doesn't have pecans in it. Get the pecans out of here. Nobody ever said I want pecans and things.
And take a nap during the Cowboys game tomorrow.
Take a nap during the Cowboys game because
watch the other games. All right,
we're
getting out of here.
Yeah, bye.
Appreciate you guys watching. We'll see you Friday when the Grizzlies take on the Pelicans here at FedEx Forum.